In a world filled with fashion and lifestyle, having a contemporary look is very important, and what stands behind me is the new UM Renegade Sports S. So let's find out a little bit more about what's on offer. Now this bike comes with a 279.5cc single cylinder engine, and it is a very peppy motor. It produces almost 24 bhp and 21.8 Newton meters of torque. Now the engine's peak power comes at 8,500 RPM. What that means is that you really need to rev in the power band to reach the meat of the power of this bike, and the torque also reaches up at 7,000 RPM. So 21 Newton meters of torque is at disposal at 7,000 RPM, which again means that you really need to rev up the engine to actually find the real power in this bike. Now the smooth flowing lines on this bike give it a very contemporary look and also add to the road presence of this vehicle. It also has a T-shaped handlebar in the front, which adds to comfort and is good looking as well. The engine of the Renegade Sports S comes mated to a 6-speed transmission, and these have overdrive gears, so you can actually have a lot of fun on this bike on highways as well. You can push it to its limits and cruise at ease. It's a very comfortable bike to ride. It has good ergonomics as well between the foot pegs, the seat height and the distance between the handlebars. Now this bike comes with an analog speedometer, and it also has a digital trip meter and fuel meter with a sign for neutral and of course the indicators as well. The switchgear is really easy to operate and has been ergonomically placed on this bike. The bike also comes with additional features like a parking mode, where you can turn the key this way and even pull it out, and the lights up front and at the back will burn. So if you're going to buy some groceries from the market, you can actually just put it in parking mode, leave it on the side of the road, take the key with you, so anyone, especially at night, can see that there is a bike standing there. Of course, you also have these pegs over here and here, which are really handy to use, and you can hang your groceries or goods over here while you ride back home. On the safety front, you have LEDs on the side and reflectors at the back, which add to the visual appeal of this bike and increase its visibility as well. Now in the front you have a 280mm disc with a 2-pot caliper, and this is a floating caliper. The brakes have adequate bite. Even while you're riding at high speeds, it has enough stopping power and lends you confidence as well. The rear is a drum, and you really need to step on the brake pedal for the rear to actually kick in. Now the Sport S rides on TVS tires, and it is 110 by 70 R17 in the front and 140 by 90 R15 in the rear. These tires really grip the road well, and they are really beefy tires and chunky tires, so actually when you're hugging in a corner, you have a lot of confidence and grip. Now the UM Renegade Sport comes with telescopic forks in the front and twin hydraulic shocks in the rear. The suspension is really good, and while you're riding over bad roads, over rough roads, broken tarmac, it actually soaks in most of the bumps. The smaller potholes are taken care of with these. It's the bigger potholes that you do feel on the way. The seat is also really comfortable, and while sitting you can actually cruise on this bike for long distance without feeling the need to stop. Now the exhaust note on this bike produces a really deep rumble and sounds something like this. The bike also comes with an electric start function. Apart from that, you also get features like an engine kill switch, which is placed over here. It is a carbureted engine. We feel that if it was a fuel injected one, its performance would have definitely been better. However, on the contrary, Royal Enfield, Bajaj all have air-cooled engines, while this one has a liquid-cooled engine, so that is definitely an added advantage to have. Now the overall ride and handling of this bike is really solid, and it tends to lend you a lot of confidence and comfort while riding it. So if definitely you're interested in buying a cruiser, this goes up against the likes of the Bajaj Avenger and Royal Enfield's Bullet, Classic and Thunderbird series. But on the flip side, there is definitely an issue of build quality, which can be improved over time. However, even in Royal Enfield's case, in the beginning there were issues with build quality, but over time they improved that. And yes, the fit and finish on this product is really good, but then here and there you do feel that there are some parts which could have definitely been improved. The overall feel of this bike scores top marks, and on the look fronts and the ride and handling front also this bike scores top marks. The UM Renegade Sports S costs 1.49 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi, and it's definitely a very competitive price point considering the amount of features, the design and looks and appeal and performance that this vehicle carries. It is definitely a good deal. So if you are in the market for a cruiser bike, then this is one bike you should not overlook.